Members, discussion?
I do have a question. With regard to the title, reaffirming, there's no prior policy that's referenced in the body of the reso, and the reso reads as if it's an initial affirmance. And so it's my impression that perhaps this is an initial official policy, and if that's the case, then I think the title should be changed to just say affirming.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's fine. I have a comment.
Councilmember Kubestrian.
Thank you. I actually would like to thank David and other people in the audience who have spoken before, maybe not tonight, for really paying attention and articulating some of the concerns that many in our community are feeling and thinking. I'm looking at the way that the community voted, and clearly there was a large preference for the Democratic candidate, and of course, the Electoral College is what it is, and we have the results in a legal way, and of course we all like to see, like I said, a peaceful transfer of power. But I think many in our community are very concerned about the divisive rhetoric and the negativity and some of the comments. Not so much the party of the individuals elected, not so much Trump's political party, not a Republican issue. I think there's a lot of bipartisan consensus that obviously some of the language was very frightening to a lot of immigrants, to people of color. Certainly a lot of women felt very insulted by these comments. So I think for us to respond to the community and the concerns and to reflect the values of this community, I think this is the type of resolution that will do that, and I'm really happy to support it. I'm honored to support it. I would like to request that we read it. I think that would be, I think our audience would like to actually have us read it out loud. It's not very long, if you all would humor us. And Anthony's such a good reader, our city clerk, maybe he could do that.
Bob, did you want to ask a question or say anything before he reads it?
Yeah.
Just before he reads it, Bob.
Yeah, that's fine.
Councilmember?
In fact, maybe we should approve it and then read it. It's up to you.
No, let's read it first.
Let's read it first, yeah.
Let's read it first.
I just want a special thank you to Dr. Marina for putting this together. I know she spent a lot of time on it, editing it, changing, making modifications and things like that, and I really appreciate that, and thank you for putting this together.
Thank you.
I second that, Councilmember. I saw you working hard, diligently for hours in Assistant City Manager's office. Very important. Any more questions or discussion before Chief City Clerk reads the resolution?
Please.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of South Pasadena, California, affirming the City of South Pasadena's commitment to diversity and to safeguarding the civil rights, safety, and dignity of all of our residents. Whereas the City of South Pasadena believes that diversity of backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences of the American people, native and immigrant, makes our nation, communities, bonds between neighbors, and economies richer and stronger. And whereas the City of South Pasadena is committed to protecting the civil rights and liberties of all of our residents, partnering with our community leaders to foster a positive dialogue and to speak against human injustices and abuses, and welcoming immigrants to our community. And whereas the City of South Pasadena values all of its residents and recognizes the rights of individuals to live their lives with dignity, free of discrimination and intimidation because of their race, color, religion, national origin, sex, gender identity, immigration status, disability, housing status, economic status, or other social status. And whereas the City Council stands firm with all of our residents and will work with the community to protect against acts of violence, intimidation, and discrimination that are rooted in fear, ignorance, prejudice, and hate. And whereas fostering a relationship of trust, respect, and open communication between city officials and residents is essential to the city's mission of delivering efficient public services in partnership with our community, which ensures public safety, a prosperous economic environment, opportunities for our youth, and a high quality of life for all of our residents. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of South Pasadena, California does resolve, declare, determine, and order as follows. The City of South Pasadena declares it is the public policy of the city to be inclusive and to respect the inherent worth of every person without regard to a person's race, color, religion, national origin, sex, gender identity, immigration status, disability, housing status, economic status, political affiliation, or cultural practice.
Thank you. I just want to also give credit to our city clerk, Anthony Mejia, who drafted an initial version of this. And as I was doing my research on this, many cities have passed it, and some are a lot longer and contain, a lot more kind of legalistic language. But I thought this was a good start. And also, I would have had more statuses, but our city manager had to take a few of them out. So
Thank you, Sergio. Council members, if there's no more discussion, there's a recommendation by city staff that the City Council of South Pasadena adopt a resolution entitled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of South Pasadena, California, affirming the City of South Pasadena's commitment to being a welcoming, inclusive, and safe community."
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Anthony, if you take roll.
Councilmember Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilmember Kubestrian,
yes.
Councilmember Joe,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Schneider,
Aye.
Mayor Cacciati.
Yes, passes unanimously.
How do you expect to disseminate this to the general public so they actually know about it? Because as we saw in municipal elections, we only have 20% people turn out, which is very sad. But how do people who don't read the wonderful South Pasadena Review, how else are we going to get the general public to know about this?
Thanks, David. Go on.
Okay.
Sit down, thanks. Sergio, do you want any recommendations, Sergio?
Well, I find it hard to believe that somebody does not read the local paper, but in that case, we are going to put it on our website. We're also going to be disseminating through our social media, including our Facebook page, and it'll also go out to over 3,000. I think we have subscribed to our e-neighbors, so it'll be disseminated widely. And again, it'll be on our website, and we'll also have physical copies filed in the city clerk's office. So 70, 80 years now, people can look it up, and we'll have it on file.
Thank you, Sergio.